Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Tim Killeen, President of the University of Illinois System, and thank you for joining what I believe to be a milestone day for Chicago and the state of Illinois. And I want to thank Governor J.B. Pritzker for being here and for their continued support. Their presence signifies that this is something big. I'm grateful to the former Secretary of Pritzker is also with and more shortly the generosity of the Pritzker Foundation driving our Pritzker Tech Talent Labs, which are a key piece of what we're here to talk about today. And I'm delighted to see Representatives Sonia Harper, Representative Lakeisha Collins, and Representative Teresa Ma with us today. Thank you all for being here. Today we will unveil a new ambitious addition to Chicago's riverfront, a headquarters that we hope will become iconic, an instantly recognizable symbol of the city, unlocking its power and its potential. And we're here to tell you more about what will happen inside this amazing new structure, about how the Discovery Partners Institute will change more than just our cityscape. In its new home, DPI will transform the prospects of the people who live here and rely on it. DPI's ambition to propel Chicago forward towards its destiny as the preeminent and inclusive tech city, built on partnerships. And the entire University of Illinois system, I can think our work universities, are all behind this effort, working with a wide range of partners that includes K-12 schools, community colleges, and universities right here in Chicago. I want to see you, President Z. Scott, in the audience, from around the state and around the world. Our state government and corporate partners, and together we will offer Illinois excellence at an unrivaled and unequaled scale. Thanks also to our cooperation with the Pritzker administration and the state of Illinois. DPI has now been fully funded for 2 full years, and in that time it's raced ahead. DPI is already training 300 students a year for jobs in tech successfully, very diverse students, and using the $10 million Pritzker Foundation, the gift that was shepherded by Pritzker Tech Talent Labs is launching more of these opportunities every month, and a few floors up, it's occurring in real time. So we're going to announce a major new initiative in just a few minutes. And on the R&D side, we're searching for early signs of new COVID variants. So DPI is active. Our wastewater team is at almost 90 locations, providing the best system we had. So on the R&D and the talent development, things are happening. And we've launched a business that has already saved lives. Shield T3 has run more than 4.2 million COVID-19 tests outside of the state of Illinois, using our homegrown COVID Shield test, an outgrowth of the DPI. And DPI is now moving into what a startup would call its growth phase. Soon we won't be training 300 apprentices a year, but 900, and then the number goes up from there. We won't be testing our wastewater for COVID alone, but for other viral diseases as well. And we won't be launching one company, but many companies, small, medium, and hopefully large. Again, thanks to partnership with the state of Illinois, DPI has the resources to attract now the most ambitious people and companies the region and the city have to offer, and keep them here. The building you're about to see for the first time will be a hive of activity, drawing new people, accelerating the economy. So now I would like to introduce our governor, Governor J.B. Pritzker. The governor and his administration have been trusted partners in the growth and development of this concept, and we're grateful for their leadership, and without them, we would not be here today. Governor Pritzker.
Well, thank you very much to President Killeen. It's really an honor to be here. Thank you for your forward-looking leadership of the University of Illinois system. Interim UIC Chancellor Javier Reyes. There are people who made this possible, and I can't name them all, but I'll name a few. DPI Bill Jackson, Midwest President Kurt Bailey, architect Christy Chang, Lawyer Lightfoot, and former U.S. Commerce Secretary Penny Pritzker, and our many partners in the public and private sector, too many to name here. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here today for this exciting day. We're here today in the most important global city in the Midwest, in the greatest state in the nation, for some very important announcements that continue the development of our collective vision for Discovery Partners Institute. Over the last few years, Chicago has taken center stage as a vibrant hub of technology development and entrepreneurship. The engineering talent we use, innovation that we develop, the research that's among the best in the world have helped our state to the forefront of international tech success. The University of Illinois is one of the great research universities in the world, and its partnerships with the region's other leading institutions, including our national laboratories, have put us on the global map as a center of discovery and positive change. Add to that the fact that throughout this city and this state, places like 1871 and Enterprise Works and Chicago and Matter, Nexus and Duality and Peoria Innovation Alliance and M-Hub and the Quad City Manufacturing Lab are all giving entrepreneurs a jolt of opportunity to design and build commercial growth engines that attract great talent from across the nation. So in addition to the talent that's being developed here at DPI, we are attracting great talent from around the world. The Discovery Partners Institute serves as a catapult forward for all of that and so much more, and I'm so excited for what's to come. 2 years ago, I announced the state's commitment to provide a full $500 million in capital funding for this nexus of partnerships, innovation hubs, public and private universities, national laboratories, and international research programs. Today, we get to see what DPI will actually look like, both in the physical sense and in its impact on the Chicago community as a whole. And it's truly a design unlike any other. The new DPI headquarters will house offices and classrooms, labs, and event space along the Chicago River, turning a long vacant old rail yard into a world-class talent and innovation powerhouse with the aesthetic to match. True to the mission of this public hub, DPI will work alongside technology services firm Interapt to upskill as many as 500 Illinois residents with no background in tech into the fold, provide training and paid apprenticeships tuition-free. This partnerships gives Chicagoland residents an opportunity to develop the technical skills that are needed to kickstart a new career in data science, in software development, in digital marketing, UX design, robotic process automation, information technology, and other tech-related fields. And I'm very proud to that CVS Health has signed on to be an anchor employer of this effort, committing to 200 jobs for the next 3 years. Chicago is already a national leader in diversifying the tech field, first recognized with the advent of 1871, and it's a testament to the spirit of this city. But we should strive every day to push that bar even higher until opportunity is available, accessible for people in every Chicago zip code. I'm pleased to see DPI make this the founding mission of its new headquarters. Over the last year, Illinois not only has created more new small businesses than ever before in our state's history, but we also saw more growth of startup companies than all of the other populous states in the nation, ahead of California and Florida and Texas and New York, to just name a few. The evidence for Illinois is an regional and national leader in innovation and entrepreneurship. And it's because we attract and build top-tier talent, and because we have the best universities and national laboratories, diverse industries, infrastructure. It's a trajectory that I'm very proud that we're continuing to foster today with DPI's announcement. With that, I'm proud to share with you DPI's headquarters will look. I want to invite President Killeen and Bill Jackson, the mayor, to join me up here to do the honors. Careful.
Good morning, everyone. You can do a little better than that. Good morning, everyone. Look at this incredible investment in our city. This is going to really cement our place as a Tier 1 tech community around the globe. And we are incredibly excited. The investment that's being made. We have to thank our governor, J.B. Pritzker. We have to thank President Killeen from U of I. We also have to thank former Secretary of Commerce, Penny Pritzker, but all the people who had the vision to see that this is something that needed to happen and needed to happen in Chicago. Why is that so? We do have a Tier 1 tech community, but one of the things that we hear all the time, and when we talk to the founders and the startups and the innovators, is we need a pipeline of talent. And what we also know, to our students don't understand that they can have fulfilled, rewarding, innovative, great careers right here in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. So this investment, to me, is mission critical to make sure that we cement our future as an innovative tech hub. We're going to catch the Research Triangle. We're going to catch Boston, and we're going to catch and exceed Silicon Valley with the kind of investments that are being made here. One of the other things that I think is important to note about DPI, as you heard from the governor, is it's really a kind of two-tier strategy. One is to make sure that those students who are taking engineering and other STEM-related classes in college stay here in Chicago and Illinois. But the other thing that DPI is doing that I'm incredibly encouraged by is what they're doing to go out into our neighborhoods, to identify young people. And I say young because they're younger than me, but 20 and 30 in instances, 40-year-olds who need a chance and a leg up, who may not have any actual background in STEM and coding, but who are willing and eager to learn, to transform where they are, maybe making $30,000 a year, to high-paying, good-paying jobs that they can build a career on. The other key part of this is the jobs on the other end. So we also have to give some thanks to CVS and the others I encourage to step up and hire the cohort of apprentices that are going to be well-trained, that are hungry and eager, and are going to be great employees coming out of this initiative. This is what the partnership has to be about, public-private collaborations. And I'm excited that this is going to be happening through the DPI partnership. Let me also give a word of praise to Kurt Bailey and Related Midwest. We've made a commitment that we want to make sure that the 78 neighborhood is developed. It is a neighborhood. And DPI being one of the anchor tenants is going to kickstart the work that must be done to make that a vibrant community, our 78th community right there along the river. So thank you, Kurt. Thank you, all the folks at Related. I'm excited to be here. Let me also acknowledge and say thank you to my good friend, Z. Scott, the president of Chicago State. Thank you for your leadership and partnership in this. Let me also thank interim chancellor from UIC, Javier Reyes. We all have to work together. Shown us that. It's only partnership and collaboration we move forward as a and it's an honor for me to be here with you today. I've got to leave to get to another appointment, so sorry, press, you'll catch me at another time. But thank you all so much. And again, thank you, Governor, thank you, President Killeen, and thank you, Madam Secretary. Thank you all.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chrissy Chang from OMA, and alongside Jacob Forster, I'm associates in DPI's design, being led by our partner, Michigan Watson. Thank you. Sorry. Shohei very much to be here today, but he's actually in Tokyo overseeing the completion of a tower. So on behalf of OMA Jacobs and the entire design team, I'd like to share with you a few things that we think make the building's design so special. We are extremely proud to be adding a new building to the Chicago riverfront, adding to great work such as those by Jeannie Gang and Bertrand Goldberg, just to name a couple. The building is designed to be an anchor and a connection not only to the waterfront, but also to neighboring Ping Tom Park. We wanted to ensure that the architecture helped to support and grow all of DPI's amazing, very diverse programs in science and education. And to that end, the building is designed to be open, welcoming, and accessible, with an active ground floor that will invite people in for lectures, events, and classes. We also want to address the multi-directionality of the site, and the building's form and the way that people will circulate through it is intended no back door. Within the building, we've integrated a network of flexible, collaborative spaces, encourage interaction between DPI's diverse users. The core of this network is a central atrium, an active collision zone, if you will, where a high schooler might run into a Nobel Prize-winning scientist. We also wanted to ensure that within the building, diverse programs and functions were not separated or segregated. So on each typical floor, we've included a program mix so that classrooms are adjacent to experimental labs, are adjacent to computational spaces, which will further encourage interaction and collaboration between people. The new DPI headquarters will house the State of Illinois' tech ecosystem one roof, and a building designed for interdisciplinary learning, research, and collaboration. And with that, I'll turn things over to President of Related Midwest, Kurt Bailey.
Thanks, Chrissy. What a beautiful design. My name's Kurt Bailey. I'm the president of Related Midwest. It is terrific to be here today. When we think about architecture and design, it's so important to everything we do. I want to thank Ann Thompson and Mike Pfeffer in our office and the whole team for the work that they've done for many years. It was years ago that we had this vision with the DPI about creating an incredible building, an incredible school, but it was more than that. It was a vision to build the largest urban innovation district in the country. And so while this is a great day for the DPI and the building build there, we're also going to build more things. So when this place opens and these great, smart kids are going to innovate with these other things to do with the site. It's innovation buildings, it's a wet labs building, so it's a real partnership that is going to make this work. And I think we see a vision now forward, which is a terrific place for us to be. You get to these places through partnership, and the mayor talked about it, the governor talked about it, and I want to thank both of them for their tireless work to do this. Specifically, Samir Mayakar has worked extremely hard on this as well from the city. And then obviously President Killeen. What an incredible leader he has been through this, and an incredible fundraiser, so there's more to go, but he's done an incredible job. And then you need a leader, and we have one at the DPI in Bill Jackson. A driver. He was brought in to get this done, and I think he reminds me twice a week that we haven't done it yet. So I'm going to introduce him, and I'm also going to call out Kumar, who's here somewhere, and the incredible work that he's doing to get this done. So thank you very much, and look forward to get building.
Well, again, thank you all for coming. As everybody has talked about, it takes a village to build something like this, and it's unbelievable what we're accomplishing, but it's all because we're rowing in the same direction. So I think everybody knows DPI is about economic, equitable development. And our goal is really to make a mass impact and be additive to an already spectacular community. The community already exists. MHub, 1871, Matter. There's a whole series of this. Our additiveness is bringing the science to business. Our additiveness is actually workforce development, community education. We're doing that in the hub of the Pritzker Tech Talent Lab. Pritzker Tech Talent Lab, thank you, Penny, and the foundation, is foundational to our development on the workforce development and community ed side. On community ed, we're showing people, getting people to understand that they can be in tech, getting them excited by it. We're building capacity in the schools through our teacher training programs. On the workforce side, we're changing the game, as Mayor Lightfoot pointed out, our immersion programs, making sure that people know all the greatness that the governor talked about that's happening in the state and not going to the coast, staying in the state, developing. Our workforce development programs, which I'm incredibly proud of, and it's taken a while to incubate and bring together, but they're different. They're different in three main ways of other places. The first one is we're going to do it at scale. Omawali and his team are working to scale this up. We've now, on our third cohort, we found ways that are foundational in order to make this happen. The second way, this is the pathway. This isn't just about training. This is a way articulated to get people to a new pathway, a new career, and to jobs that pay six figures. And then finally, one of the design things, we're working from the market back, companies back. We're developing our programs from what's needed from a company's perspective, right? And it's not just tech, it's also many of the soft skills that are required. One of the things we've done is we recognize that there's always been a lot of innovation out there already, that people actually have been innovating around this. And we're lucky because we have two partners who know that and are going to help us innovate and have done this successfully. So I'm pleased to introduce CS, right? Ocean, and I'm also proud to introduce our partner from Interapp, Ankur Gopal, who will now speak. Thank you.
Hi, Dad. Thank you, Bill, Governor Pritzker, Mayor Lightfoot, Madam Secretary, President Killeen, and distinguished guests. It's an honor to share the stage with you today as part of the 78 Vision. 25 years ago, I grew up in a town called Owensboro, Kentucky. With some guidance, I was able to find my way to the University of Illinois, best university ever. Thank you. And after that, I received guidance to accept my first job right here in Chicago. Following that, I received guidance to attend some graduate education at the University of Chicago. And finally, I received guidance to start my own technology firm in my home state of Kentucky, where I thought I could make a difference. Without that intentional guidance, I don't believe that I would even be standing in front of you today, and definitely not leading a company like Interapp. For the past 7 years, Interapp has been built on a vision where we intentionally guide people to skills and simultaneously help companies solve their talent, equity, and community challenges. We do this by building talent and creating rigorous technology training and focused technology apprenticeships. To date, the Interapp team has given guidance and opportunity to people of all ages and all backgrounds, people of color, women returning to the workforce, veterans and veteran spouses in over 30 states, and also provide a pathway to some of the world's largest companies. We've learned that with the right model, the right investment, the right drive, we're able to deserve people across our country to their American dream. The Interapp model creates high-paying, sustainable jobs in the community while simultaneously de-risking alternative talent pathways for large corporations. One of those corporations we are proud to partner with is CVS Health. Asked us to use the Interapp model to help build a pipeline of qualified, diverse talent in the past 3 years. We have worked successfully together to build CVS Health in high-demand technology roles. And promotion, Diane and Mary Beth for the opportunity to deliver value, as well as being intent about changing countless lives in the process. Today, because of the success we've had in training talent in Chicago and the bold leadership that's at this stage, we've come together on all sides of the 78 vision. I am proud to share InterApp's commitment to an expansion into Illinois in partnership with DPI and the Pritzker Tech Talent Labs, with the bold goal of putting 2,500 deserving Chicagoans to work in high quality and high paying technology jobs. In closing, I am thankful for the University of Illinois and University of Chicago for teaching me. I'm thankful for my adoptive Chicago for molding me, and thankful to CVS Health for believing in our company and committing to over 200 jobs as an anchor employer of this bowl. Lastly, I want to thank the thousands of people whose drive inspires me to do even more in communities that have plenty of interaptitude, but just need a little guidance. Thank you very much. Now, it's my privilege to introduce my esteemed partner and friend, Josha Aguma, Executive VP and CEO of CVS Health.
I'm Josha, I'm the Chief Maester for CVS Health. I'd like to thank our partners, Governor J.B. Pritzker, the State of Illinois, Mayor Lightfoot, DPI and the University of Illinois System, Encore. Thank you for everything you do and everyone else who made today possible. As the nation's leading health solutions company, CVS Health is committed to advancing the communities that we serve. Today, I'm proud that one of the ways that we're doing this is in collaboration with InterApp and the DPI. New and diverse talent in Chicago and Illinois more broadly, and put them with meaningful opportunities for employment and purposeful careers at the intersection of what I've built my career on, healthcare and technology. And we count on our talent. Every day, our 300,000 colleagues help people in communities across the country, from daily convenience to sustained relationships for better health, through our trust pharmacists, our nurse practitioners, many of whom were on the front lines during the response to the pandemic, because of our unwavering focus on our communities. 4.8 million customers that visit us daily, 4.5 million engaged people. Much of what we do is enabled by technology. We believe in being digital and least, so we're building new technology platforms that makes that seamless. We also know that technology is critical to making it easier for our colleagues to do their work, so we're investing in that. We also serve consumers in new and improved ways, so we're innovating with technology. And the is access to talent with the skills, creativity, and diversity to build the future of healthcare. Working with InterApp helps us do that, find the right talent for the critical work to be done. And as an employer, collaborations like this allow us to open doors to new opportunities for people in communities. It reinforces our commitment to providing quality roles, career opportunities for people with merit and potential, like Rakia, who's here today, and an apprentice at CVS. The individual, community, and economic impact are important to us, especially as a healthcare company, because employment and other social factors are critical when it comes to better health. And even beyond this partnership, we're hiring hundreds of people in technology roles at CVS. You can find them by going to cvs.jobs. Again, we're excited to be part of this community and the good work being done by all. Thank you so much for having us, and Governor, back to you.
Happy to take any questions from members of the media. Yes, sir.
Governor, a few years ago, you had a discussion about this. A few years ago, I had a chance to take a tour at UC and that fabulous engineering building and campus there. It's just amazing. But I was stunned that 90% of the computer science coming out of there state of Illinois within 18 months. President Clinton, do you know what the number is now? Has it gotten any better?
Thank you for that question. Assistance of our graduates, with 75% of our graduates from the University of Illinois system live, work, play, and vote in the state of Illinois, and that number has been growing over the last years.
Specifically the PhDs.
The PhDs in engineering, it's a lower number, but it's much significantly higher than what you just described.
I was told there were more of them in California than in Illinois.
There have been a lot of talented engineering talent moving to the coast, and in part that's part of our whole exercise here is to keep them in the state and actually to return some of them to the state as well. And so we're about doing that systemically and intentionally, as you can see. Thank you for the question.
And may I just respond also, because as you know, I was in the tech world before I became governor, and we actually asked LinkedIn to do a study for us back then, a few years ago. And here's what we determined: that, yeah, there are an awful lot of engineers that leave the state of Illinois to go work somewhere else. But interestingly, we have the greatest number of returning engineers later on in their careers when they're raising a family, come back and trade as engineers in Illinois. And so we see a lot of them coming back a little bit later on in their career. But it is part of the goal of EPI and so many of the entrepreneurial programs that are around the city, starting companies, et cetera, to keep tech talent, to keep our engineers in Illinois. And that's been certainly one of my focus areas as governor.
Could I just follow up?
Yeah.
Where do you stand on, I know you've got a lot of hope and energy invested and money invested in the quantum area.
Yeah.
What's happening there, and what is going to go on related to DPI with that and the partnerships?
Well, let's start with the state made a substantial investment in the Chicago Quantum Exchange and with the University of Illinois to make sure that the University of Illinois and University of Chicago are working together in a regional effort to enhance our ability as a state to be leader in quantum. That's happening now. We see not only the Chicago Quantum Exchange developed, but we also have new Duality is just an example of a startup space where new quantum companies are being developed, commercialized development of technology, and that's of course already seen some real results in creation. Hundreds of great quantum scientists from around the world have moved to Chicago and to Champaign in order to be part of the effort both in artificial intelligence and quantum, which are very close. One last thing, the investment that we made by the state of Illinois in this has catalyzed the federal government to invest more than $250 million in both University of Chicago and University of Illinois and the programs around quantum that are being developed. I'm very, very excited about the future of quantum, particularly quantum computing, although those who are in the other areas of quantum will tell me those are all exciting. But I see quantum computing as something that Illinois and Chicago can be the world leaders in.
We'll do one more question. Oh, Governor Pritzker is off topic. Had a couple of 7-year relationship. Chicago, and if not, what?
We're looking at that actually. That's as you know, we wanted to see some change there, but that is absolutely something that we're considering.
Something specific that they published.
Thank you.